All right, hey everybody, Matt with the Power Sports Memorabilia Show. Thank you again for joining me for another episode. It is April 19th, 2020. And if you're looking at this in a few years, you're like, what the heck? That date doesn't mean anything. Well, it is the start of the Michael Jordan documentary tonight on the ESPN 30 for 30. Everyone is super stoked about this. I'm assuming it's because they're tired of watching Netflix and whatever else, the Hulu, I guess is what people watch too. So people are all excited about this one. They're looking for something different, and there's no sports right now due to coronavirus. So people are looking for sports, and this is their opportunity to watch some sports. I won't get a chance to watch it because I got rid of TV a long time ago. So I will probably catch it maybe on YouTube, or maybe it's on Netflix down the road. So I will watch it at that time. But the point of today's podcast is to talk about, I bought my first Michael Jordan rookie card. I mean, this thing is just in pristine condition, and I'm being facetious here. It's actually not too terrible. It's a PSA 1, which if you know anything about card grading, with PSA, their highest grade is a 10. So you can do the quick high school math there and figure out that 1 is the lowest number of that. So it is the worst possible grade that you can get for a card. Okay, no way around it. But you know what? You've got to start somewhere. So let's talk a little bit about this 1986 Fleer rookie card. I'm talking about number 57. And let's talk a little about two things, really. One, why you should buy a Jordan rookie card. Two, what should you pay for a Jordan rookie? Now, that is the kicker question. So let's get right into it. Why would you want to buy a Jordan rookie card? Well, it is arguably the most iconic sports card of all time. Even people who don't really follow sports, they know about this card. The 1986 one, this card number 57 is the one I'm talking about, 1986 Fleer. It is the rookie card of rookie cards. And, of course, Michael Jordan is probably the most iconic sports figure of all time. You know, that's, of course, you can argue that. So getting the rookie card of the most iconic sports player of all time, that makes sense, right? So that's why people have been flocking to this card, obviously with the documentary coming back or starting, that has really brought a lot of attention to Michael Jordan and his cards and his memorabilia in general, but a lot to his cards. So let's just kind of dive into the finance numbers here if you want to follow me here for a second here. So currently right now with PSA, there are over 17,000 total graded cards of this card. Okay, that's from 1 all the way up to 10. There are 312 10s. Okay, so this is again of today, so 4/19/2020. It's a super solid investment. Let me give you some quick numbers here. On March 22nd. Okay, so this is less than a month ago. PSA 10 was selling at 48,600. Okay, 48,600 less than a month ago. Okay. On January 21st, that same card was selling for $38,000. So that's a 28% increase. So big jump there. And this is only going to be going up here, as obviously PSA is closed right now because of the virus deal. So there's nothing really getting graded. So it's really hard to find a 10 out there right now. So that's really driving up the price for a lot of these cards. It's just because there's not much on the market due to PSA being closed. Let's take another example here. Let's go for a PSA 1, which is what I have. So let's dive into this one here. Let's see here. Back on February 1st, that card was $748, which is a lot of money for a card graded like this one. 4/18, so April 18th, that same card, grade 1, so not the same exact card, but a grade 1. Sold for $1,777. And quick math, that's 237% increase. Ironically enough, there are only 90 in circulation for the PSA 1s. So, this card right here is only 90 of these that are actually graded like this. I mean, look at that. It's pretty cool. It's less than the 10s, so I guess I got that going for me. So, and why else would you buy this card besides the investment aspect, which a lot of people, that's what intrigues them about this. buy it because you're a fan. I mean, Jordan is obviously one of the more important athletes to a lot of people. So having his rookie card is just, makes sense. Derek Jeter's the same way. A lot of Yankee fans, a lot of Derek Jeter fans, having his rookie card makes sense for collectors. It's just a great, I want to say starter card because it's expensive. But if you have the money to pick one up, this is the one that everybody is going to want. And like I said, even the novice card people, they know what this exact card is. So let's talk about topic number 2 here. What should you pay? The short answer is, I don't know. Okay. This card has just really exploded, along with other Jordan cards too. As you can see, kind of in the last 3 months, there's really been a real huge increase. So there is no magic number. But what I would suggest doing is maybe if you can find a deal with someone, maybe paying 10 to 15% less than recent comps. So any comp sales, so let's say, for example, a PSA 10 has sold for, 50,000, let's say, for example. If you can pick that up at 40 to 45, I would consider to be a good buy. But these are going up so quickly and in such short demand right now that paying at comp or maybe even a little above that isn't necessarily a terrible thing. For this one, for example, I way overpaid on this thing. I know I did 100%, but I wanted to get one into the website just purely for traffic. People are always looking for this card. And I wanted to get one so I could have one, so I could actually hold it in my hands and take a look at it. I'm a big sports fan too. So, that was the reasoning behind getting the card. Obviously I'm hoping I can sell it and then move up to a 2, 3, or 4. And that's what I would suggest you guys doing, is picking something like a low PSA number, maybe a 4 or 5 or something like that, depending on what you can afford. Maybe selling it down the road and then moving up into a 6, 7, 8, 9, that kind of thing. So most of us aren't going to be able to afford a 10 right off the bat. But I think if you can pay 10 to 15% less than what the current comp sales are, I think you're doing pretty good. But there's no shame in finding a really graded, well-graded card and paying what the seller is asking for it, okay? Reason being is these cards are increasing, especially if you have some patience. And that is really the key kicker right here. If you have time to wait on this card, it's going to be going up, up, and up, and up. I actually saw someone saying that, I guess in the early 90s, maybe a little after that, you could actually pick up this card for about $8 ungraded. Imagine if you had picked up a few nice quality ones back then. This is the story with every single, memorabilia piece. I mean, Mickey Mantle used to sign autographs for $15, $20. Willie Mays used to sign autographs for $15, $20. So, that's always the interesting piece about memorabilia wise is, yes, it does go up in value, but you're just going to have to pick which ones you want to do and hold on to them for a little while. So have some patience. So hopefully that answers some of your guys' questions. I know we kind of took a little longer here than I was hoping to, but there's a lot of fun stuff with these Jordan cards, man. I hope you guys really watched that documentary. Let me know in the comments below if you picked up one of these Jordan cards or if you have one you've been eyeing. And maybe what you paid for it. I think people are always kind of interested to see what you paid for it. I mean, I've heard people picking up PSA 10s for really, really cheap too. And so it's always cool and interesting to see where people get stuff at and what their grade ends up happening to be. So again, check out the website, powersportsmemorabilia.com. You can see this card on there. And also give me a follow over there on Instagram at Powers Autographs. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you on the next one.